Remember that feeling of loneliness? If you think that it is a struggle to make meaningful connections in today's fast-paced world, then you're not alone. In this video, we are going to explore the modern loneliness epidemic and how our society is growing increasingly isolated. Welcome to the Nirvana booklet, and let's talk about loneliness. Have you ever felt like you're surrounded by people yet still feel disconnected and alone? This paradoxical feeling is becoming the norm for many of us. In a world where we are more connected than ever, we're actually drifting further apart. How did we get here? Let's think about it. Picture a world where the streets are bustling with people, but no one acknowledges each other. They are all busy staring at their screens or rushing to their next commitment. Sounds familiar? That's because this is the reality for many people living in today's urban environments. Think about the movie Her, where the main character Theodore becomes increasingly isolated as he develops a deep attachment with AI. While this may be an extreme example, it highlights how technology can both connect and distance us from each other. Our reliance on technology and social media has changed the way we communicate. While it's easier than ever to connect with friends and family, these digital interactions, they often lack the emotional depth and intimacy of face-to-face conversations. We might have hundreds or even thousands of friends online, but how many of those relationships truly matter? As our world becomes more urbanized, we're also seeing a rise in individualism. People across the globe are increasingly focused on their personal goals and achievements. While this is not a wrong thing, but it often comes at the expense of meaningful relationships. We are living in a world where personal success trumps everything else. But is that really what makes us happy? In today's globalized market, we also see people around us constantly on the move for work opportunities. This constant reallocation can make it difficult to maintain long-term friendships and establish deep connections in new places. Imagine starting over every few years. It can be incredibly isolating. Then there is the rise of mental health issues like anxiety and depression, which further contribute to feelings of loneliness. It's a vicious cycle. Loneliness can lead to mental health issues, and those issues can exacerbate feelings of isolation. It's like we are on separate islands trying to build bridges to one another, but the water keeps rising, making it harder and harder to connect. Let's also pause and think about our Asian population. They are at a great risk of loneliness. As life expectancy increases, older individuals, they find themselves more prone to loneliness. Now, that could be because of a lot of factors like the loss of a spouse, reduced mobility, and fewer social connections. Then we can also find that there is change in family structures, such as the rise of single-parent households and non-traditional family models. They have impacted our sense of community and social support. Remember the Pixar movie Up? The elderly protagonist Carl, he finds himself alone and disconnected from society after the loss of his wife. This film beautifully portrays how friendship and adventure can help combat loneliness and create meaningful connections. Now, keeping that in mind, what can we do to combat this loneliness epidemic? Well, one practical solution is to prioritize genuine human connections in our lives. This could mean joining a local club, volunteering, or simply reaching out to a friend for a face-to-face conversation. This is really very important. Loneliness is a complex issue, but by recognizing the factors that contribute to it, we can take steps to build stronger, more meaningful connections. There's this beautiful quote in one of my favorite web series, BoJack Horseman. BoJack Horseman writes in one of his letters, which he sends to another character. He writes, "Kelsey, in this terrifying world, all we have are the connections that we make." I like to leave you guys with this thought. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed, then do subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.